Let's take one of our headline stories. And the Chamber of Petroleum Consumers, COPEC, is predicting a 2% increase in the price of petrol at the retail pumps from 16th April 2023. On the other hand, diesel prices are expected to drop by 5.58%. The Executive Secretary of COPEC Ghana, Duncan Amwa, joins us via Zoom for more. Duncan, thank you so much for your time here. What informed these current forecast? Until now, prices have seen a drop for some time now.
Yes, you are right. Petrol prices have declined sustainably for the first quarter 2023, January until now. The trend, however, might change. And then we would want to draw attention to the fact that for this particular window, it could have been a different story. Had it not been the good performance of the local currency. And so we need to draw the attention of the Bank of Ghana and, for that matter, those managing the currency to continue to do whatever they are doing, because international benchmark prices of the products on the international market clearly are beginning to do what you would call a U-turn. And soon we may end up paying a little more instead of the decline that we have witnessed over the first quarter 2023. So these numbers largely are informed by international benchmark movements, and then again the cedis trading, particularly to the dollar. If you check the numbers we just put out, the cedi has performed creditably and relatively well the past 2 weeks, which probably would see you paying a little less for diesel, and petrol, unfortunately, you would have to probably add a little more. Or if the oil marketing companies decide to do what you call cross pricing, then they might as well just leave the two products at the current prices without altering any of them. But whichever way you look at it, international prices are simply surging and beginning to go up again, and that should be drummed home to authorities so that whatever measures we need to put in place, we put them in place and don't continuously wait for prices to fall. It might not fall again.
But Duncan, it's very interesting how petrol prices may go up, but diesel is predicted to fall. What could be the reason?
For petroleum pricing, you are simply dealing with demand-supply function. And so at each point, if you recall earlier in the year, for those who use petrol, you were paying way less. In fact, for most parts of 2022, petrol prices were quite lower. Diesel was higher because of heating demand. And then again, what you would call the commercial, the factories that would depend, the heavier engine, that would need more diesel. In our part of the world, what I can put on record is that we also consume a considerable amount of petrol. And globally, if you check the benchmarks, we also did indicate that there's been a considerable decline in prices for diesel across the world, while that of petrol rather saw an increase, simply down to demand and supply function. And that will determine. So at this point, we probably will be getting to a point where those who buy petrol, those who buy diesel, may gradually be converging to a single point where prices may not be that differentiated as we have seen in the past. The two prices will simply meet at some point.
Let's talk about LPG, because we also noticed that LPG prices may fall. That is good news, right?
Well, we expect LPG to be a bit lower than it is currently in Ghana, considering that you have Aquabo, the gas processor, that is also putting a lot of products onto the Ghanaian market. Yet, the price of the product on the international market seems to be what you still have to pay for in Ghana, and hence sometimes you wonder what net effect or net advantage you got from the Aquabo processor. We'll be hoping that authorities will probably, renegotiate prices for whatever gas that we put on the Ghanaian market. If we are exporting and we would want to stick with benchmark, fine. But LPG pricing in Ghana, I'm afraid, continues to be very high as we speak. It is possible it will decline by some 4-5% for the coming window in April, which is about 48 hours from now. What we still insist is that if authorities pay closer attention, the sub-region has a situation where most of the countries are subsidizing LPG. We have the reverse where taxes have rather been slapped on LPG, and so prices continue to be high. You cannot continue to charge in excess of 12, 13, 14 Ghana cedis per kilogram and expect that people will be comfortable to pick their bottles, go to fill, especially whilst you are also thinking of the cylinder rate regulation program, which is coming with pre-filled bottles. That means you can no longer go and say, I'm buying 50 Ghana cedis or I'm buying some 5 kilograms or 2 kilograms. If it is a 14 kg, you must have the money for 14 kg or you don't buy at all, because cylinder rate regulation would simply mean you pay for full value for the full quantity that the bottle is already pre-filled for. And we think that the earlier authorities pay closer attention to LPG and its prices, the better it will be for the LPG penetration that government itself set for itself that by 2030 we should be able to at least achieve some 42% penetration. As we speak, the numbers are rather declining on LPG. If you look at the consumption pattern, people are shying away from that, and we think that some closer attention be paid to it now.
Thank you so much. Duncan Amoa is Executive Secretary of COPEC Ghana. You're still